Hello YouTube and welcome to another YouTube exclusive here on the channel. We're going to be exploring some of these companion cards that have graced us with the most recent release from Ikoria. Real quick, you'll notice that I don't have my camera on. We've actually been having some audio difficulties with that, and so we'll leave that off so you can get just the audio commentary. Hopefully that will be enough for you all while I figure out how to fix that. Now, I have cheated just a little bit. I have run this in exactly one league already, so I already have gotten a little bit of experience with the deck. We're going to be playing Yurion Sky Nomad here, and I've got to say, that first run, maybe it wasn't the best. Overall, we went 2-3. I don't mind sharing that, and we learned quite a few things. So, what does Yurion Sky Nomad do? Well, Yurion Sky Nomad is a companion card which you can cast from your sideboard. However, the deck building requirement is you must have 20 more cards than the minimum deck size. So at this point, we'd have to jump up to 80, and you'll see that's what we've done. What does Yurion do, though? When it enters the battlefield, it exiles any number of non-land permanents you own, and then it basically does a flicker. You return those at the beginning of your next end step. It is essentially Soul Herder on steroids. And so what better deck to put it in than the Bant Soul Herder deck? Now, of course, this isn't exactly Bant. We have some red cards here. We've got a black card over here as well. So you could make an argument it's 5 colors. Don't worry, we have Astrolabe and Birds of Paradise to help with that. But generally speaking, what we've learned here is that you want to have enough ETB drawing effects at the beginning of the game, hence the 2 slot, in order to progress the game long enough to either block and or get yourself to 4 or ideally 5 converted mana cost and cast Yurion. There's a lot of value here. One thing this deck does seem to struggle with is very fast combo. Since we've already mentioned it, I did die to Devoted Druid twice on turn 3. So having a little bit of a lack of interaction for our opponent is a little bit rough. We do have pieces of interaction, but they're a little bit slight. This is Yurion Sky Nomad, though. Here in Modern, we're going to go ahead and run this. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the league. All right, let's go ahead and play Yurion Sky Nomad here in Modern. This deck does come to us from AspiringSpike, and we did do the little deck tech review initially from our other video. We may have plugged that here. And I'm pointing, and you can't see me. We'll plug it in somewhere. Maybe in the description. Deck list is in the description, by the way. First opponent, match number 1. We know what we've got to look for. We've got 1 league under our belt. Let's see if we can give you guys a slam jam awesome game here. Now, you always have to declare your Yurion here. Kind of gives your opponent a little bit of an insight here. And we always have this tabbed out just because otherwise it pops in and out, letting you know this is going on. This hand is reasonable. It's not the greatest, however, it is good to have enough mana sources here to be able to cast things. We have an Urza's Mine here, so we're going to be looking at Tron. The question is, can we do something to Tron fast enough? Go ahead and search for a basic force, Birds of Paradise. We do have a few things that could tackle these lands. We'll see if we can use them to our advantage. Walking Ballista here on 1, going to shoot the Birds of Paradise. Pretty good for our opponent. Not bad, not bad. All right, we'll go ahead and shock in here, and we're going to play our Coiling Oracle. It doesn't ramp us necessarily, but it might, and it does. We end up hitting a Prismatic Vista. I can go get a basic as well and ramp out with Birds of Paradise. Looking reasonable here. We are able to Yurion next turn if we'd like to, or we can Chord. Now keep in mind our Magus of the Moon is in the sideboard. We really have things on 4, Avalanche Rider. We don't have any land destruction on 3, though we do have artifact destruction. So this Karn might need to eat the dust here. We have a Torpor Orb here, which is extremely good and actually shuts down the rest of our deck here. So, they dismember our Bird of Paradise as well. It looks like our opponent came prepared for our matchup, for sure. Alright, Avalanche Riders isn't a bad one here. Let's go ahead and fetch Shock here for a Sacred Foundry or a Stomping Ground. Let's do the Stomping Ground. So although we won't get this necessarily because of the Torp Orb. We can hit for 3 at Karn. Maybe that'll slow them down. We do have a 4/5 flyer we're about to play. Nothing wrong with that. Ugin the Ineffable decides to exile the top card here. Thought Knot's going to take our Chord of Calling. Just kidding. Torp Orb, non-bow. Alright. General question is, do we want to do this again? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I could Chord of Calling for 3. I can go get Soul Herder. That's about all I really could get. And that doesn't really do a lot for us. I think I'm just going to say no, and we're just going to play Yurion here. See if we can't do something with that card. Knowing that even though it flickers things, the flicker won't do a whole lot here. It is a good 4/5 though. And it's also affected by the Torp Orb here. Sideboard wise, we don't have a whole lot for this. Alright, they kill Yurion, sending it to the graveyard. I really think the Torp Orb just hoses us here too much. Not sure we'll be able to get back from that. But we can try. We can try. Coiling Oracle here. Prismatic Vista. Pass the turn. Trying to think if there's anything I could possibly do here. This goes up again, and now we're not able to kill it easily. Attacks for 4. We'll let this go through this turn. And we'll go ahead and fetch. So the big question is, do I have anything at 3 or 4 that I really could use here? This is an ETB. I mean, Huntmaster would be able to transform. Venser would return something to hand. If it could. Enters the battlefield. I think it's all ETBs, if I'm honest. I'm not sure there's a reason to continue playing this one. Oh, there's Huntmaster. Guess we'll go ahead and play him down. Doesn't do anything, but could transform here, depending on how our opponent sees it fit. They might also just shoot it with Ugin and move on with their life here. Mind Stone for free, because of Ugin. Redraw. Reality Smasher, that's going to be enough. That's going to be enough. I can't battle a Reality Smasher here. All right. Not ideal, not ideal. Okay, we can bring in probably an Aven Mind Sensor, a Deputy, and a Knight of Autumn. Probably okay to bring in a couple paths. Really, we want to be hitting our Avalanche Riders. We got to bring this Magus in as well. Magus on turn would be really nice. Alright, what's not going to work here? Ephemerate's going to be a bit eh. A bit eh. Eternal Witness, we can drop one of those. Probably just want to drop a Huntmaster of the Fells. Venser's probably good here. I don't want to drop too many Restoration Angels because those allow us to rebuy here. Let's go ahead and get rid of another Eternal Witness and then maybe one more Ephemerate. And let's drop a wall. Do we want to drop a wall? Let's drop a... You know what? Let's drop an Avalanche Riders. Get a little bit of removal. That's in case we get to a middle to late game, and then we have just a few things that kind of interact with our opponent. Obviously, they have stuff that can protect against Magus, like a Dismember. But hey, we got to try what we got to do. Maybe we can hit that one of. Alright, so we have an Astrolabe here. I have an Eternal Witness to get back this fetch land if I'd like to. We have a Knight of Autumn. That Knight of Autumn may not be very good, though. This hand doesn't feel very strong. Not if my opponent just plays Eldrazi and kills us. Let's mulligan this hand. Alright, this hand feels a bit stronger here. We're going to use the Noble, try to ramp out and get that Yeah, we'll try to get the Magus of the Moon pretty quick here. We can probably just Eternal Witness after the Noble turn. That'll be turn 2 and turn 3. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It'll be close. It'll be close. What do I want to pitch? Let's pitch the Ephemerate. That way I just kind of stay on the idea of just playing Noble into Eternal Witness. If they kill the Noble here, I have the Eternal Witness to get it back or the land here. We'll see how this plays out. They might want to turn 1 this. Their turn 2 Walking Ballista last game was really, really critical. Really nice of them to pick that off. Got them where they needed to be pretty quickly. Otherwise, we might have had some Avalanche Riders in a little faster. All right, opponent, what you got? What you got? What do you got on this turn 1? Nothing? Just gonna skip? Just gonna skip? Double checking we haven't dropped from MTGO. Doesn't look like we have. Old Drazi Temple. Honestly, that feels like a pretty quick Thought Knot. Let's stay the line here. Go ahead and play the Eternal Witness, getting back our Misty to keep us going in the right direction. If they don't Thought Knot us here, we have the Avalanche Riders, which is super nice. Looks like it could be a Thought Knot, though. It is. Thought Knot right on time. Gonna probably take this Avalanche Riders. And does so. Okay. Acidic Slime. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We can go get 2 here. I don't have anything on 2 that I particularly want here. Let's play Misty. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. Just hope they don't wreck us here. We need 1 more turn for Court of Calling to go get Magus. We'll definitely take the 4 here. No problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could also just like Acidic Slime and take down an Eldrazi Temple. It's a power plant. I almost want to. Not even worry about too many things. Let's go get a Snow-Covered Island. Because we can flicker some stuff later. I think just Acidic Slime's not a bad slam here. It also blocks Thought Knot pretty well. So Acidic Slime, take down the Eldrazi Temple, set my opponent back 1 here. Or attempt to. What are we doing? Okay, Spatial Contortion kills a Eternal Witness. That's fine. Kill the Temple, pass the turn. So we have 5 here. We could play Yurion next as an option. We'll have to see what this next card is. The Thought Knot. All right. What would you like to take, opponent? Would you like my Cord or would you like my Soul Herder? They should take the Cord. They don't. Interesting. Finds a Relic here as well. Uses Relic. I'll get rid of Misty. Alright, they attack for 4. Can I take this 4? 1, 2, 3. I think I have to take the 4 and look to do Yurion here. We can return Acidic and Noble here. Blow up another land. Let's go ahead and do that. It gives me another bigger blocker as well. Kind of sitting on this Cord, but I'm okay with that. return these two at the end step. And we'll blow up another land here. Gives me another creature into play. I can definitely chump if I'd like to. Relic cycle here. What's nice here is I can block and block. And then we're in great shape here. So we're at 6 and opponent's at 20. And they go ahead and concede. I don't think I would concede, quite honestly. I don't think I would concede. If we block here, then I can cord 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I guess I could go get Soul Herder, start flickering this. But that doesn't, I guess I go get Blood Moon effect. I think that's an early concession from our opponent, but they fear getting run over. Alright, I'm still good with a couple paths, a couple ephemerates here. Maybe just a Thragtusk is like just like a good one of. Good beefy blocker. Gain some life. We don't have a lot of life gain. They're also not searching a whole lot, so Avon's maybe not as good. Let's make that small swap and go to game number 3. Alright, game number 3. Let's do this. Let's do this. Declare. Gotta be blessed by the great Yurion here. Alright, what do we got here? We have an interesting one because we can kind of ramp. We don't have the Magus. We have double cord here. They mulled the 6. Let's go ahead and keep a little bit more of a sketchier one here. A little bit more of a sketchier one. It'd be interesting to have a couple, like, evolutions in this list. There's a Relic. I don't think they need to be bringing in Relic. I hope they're not bringing in Relic. No ramp here, but we're going to start with the Coiling Oracle. We believe this is the better of the 2 drops. We've got all of the options here. Little Mind Stone action. So here, that's fine. You can take mine. Tight plays by my opponent. We'll go get a Breeding Pool. Coiling Oracle can ramp you. It can ramp you. It's not guaranteed. Let's go ahead and shock in here and get this coiling going. Also turns into a bit of a chump blocker as well. If this ramps us, we're going to have 2 spells in the next turn, which is really nice. It does not, but we do get a Knight of Autumn, which is a nice card. Alright, they cycle their Relic here. Just trying to draw out here. It looks like 3 mana. There's a Torp Orb. Alright, so Torp Orb's in play. What we probably need to do then is be the most efficient with our mana here. Even though Knight of Autumn is in hand. If I can work towards a Blood Moon effect, we'll be in good shape. The other thing, though, that's kind of frustrating with the Knight of Autumn is that I need to go get white, and I'd almost rather go get green. Let's hold up here. Let's go ahead and smack with the Coiling Oracle. We'll go get a basic forest. We'll wait on Knight of Autumn, I think. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I have everything else that's green. Let's go get the basic planes. Let's just do this. Let's do it now. I've changed my mind halfway through. We'll just have a 2-1. Nothing crazy here. I don't expect them to crack the Mind Stone at any point. I really need to be able to do the cord here at some point. Spatial Contortion takes down a Knight of Autumn. Alright, they have 5 mana. They have Karn, the Great Creator. They make a 2-2 with their Mind Stone. And decides to leave it back on defense. Okay. Let's go ahead. I don't have much else going on here. We're just going to play both of our effects here. Get more creatures into play so I can Chord of Calling for the right stuff. I'll just pass turn. Keeping in mind that I can definitely just win this game through a chord, probably. Karn might go get a nasty, though. Walking Ballista. Can shoot 2 things here. Looks like our opponent might have us here. Decides to shoot 2. Uses Karn. Goes and gets a liquid metal coating. So I can play Yurion here, or I can cord for something. It's not a whole lot I'm cording for at this point. I think it might be just Yurion. Hope they don't have too much else, and because it's a big 4/5, they'll be priced into going and getting like an ensnaring bridge here. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. They could play both. Plays a land, goes and gets a card out from outside the game. Snaring bridge. Bridge is up. Liquid metal coating, so now they can shut down a land. Shuts down a breeding pool. This is such a shame too. Let's go to an Astrolabe. We can still cord. Maybe we can get something kind of tucked underneath the bridge here and take care of the Karn. I highly doubt it. I have a feeling we're gonna get rocked here. Two, 4, 7 mana they'll have here. They'll allow it to resolve. What do we got here? Cracks Mindstone. They're floating plenty of mana to be able to do something here. Plays a Thought Not Seer. Makes Breeding Pool something. Upticks with the Karn. Alright, so the big question here is what can I go get? I can probably just go get an Ice Fang and fly over and try to kill the Karn pretty quickly. Everything else is kind of ruined by this Torp Orb. Because they already have the basic as well, the Magus isn't as interesting here. Let's see what we want to go get here. We can go for 4. They have 1 card in hand. The other thing we can probably work towards is a Noble as well. We're going to go get an Ice Fang because I can copy it with Kiki Jiki here. Ice Fang also has Death Touch, which is really nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get Kiki going. We'll make a copy of Ice Fang here. We're going to swing 2 at Karn. On the off chance that they have a land in hand and can't get rid of the other land, we'll at least possibly get rid of the Karn. I can use Nobles and Birds of Paradise as well to get around all of what's going on. So fingers crossed that it's just double land from our opponent. There's 1 land. Is the other card a land? That is the question. It's an expedition map. Well, they won't crack that anytime soon here. They're just going to go liquid metal coating and up with Karn. Okay. So. They have a ton of mana. I don't necessarily want to Magus here. Trying to think what else we could do. It's probably just got to be birds and try to find a Noble Hierarch as well to maybe get around the Karn or start attacking my opponent's face. Go ahead and shock in here and pass turn. Not a lot to do. Torp Orb's really shutting us down. But hey, we know what that card does. It's an excellent card. A Dismember on Kikijiki. Let's go ahead and duplicate Kodal here on the off chance they goof here. I'm pretty sure we're just about done though. Blast Zone's really good. Blast Zone will take care of the rest of our cards. We can I don't know what I'm going to get. I can get something on 7. I don't believe I have anything, do I? It enters. There's the bird. I'd have to hit my nobles pretty fast. Got the Magus here as well. Thragtusk. Let's just go grab the Magus here. Kind of shut everybody off of their lands. Unfortunately, they have this waste still. Otherwise, we can make them probably work for it a little bit harder. I don't believe we've got anything else to do. It's probably okay to concede here as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 mana. They have enough to do anything they want. They were able to play their land the last turn. We're going to go a couple more here, but I think we've lost to our opponent. Torp Orb just completely shutting us down. I mean, the other question is, what do they use to finish me off here? They've got plenty of things that could do it, but they've got to get around some of my creatures here. Talk about a prison list here against us. There's a noble. That would have been nice. All right, I think we're done. We're not going to waste our opponent's time anymore. We need. I could very well see something to take care of a Torp Orb for sure. But we ran into this last night. We've run into it here. We did better though. We're 1 and 2. Last time we got kind of steamrolled. Kind of steamrolled. So I know that the cord is a thing here. But maybe it's just because they can go get Bridge and they can go get Torp Orb. Maybe it's just good to have something that destroys some artifacts that's not an ETB. But we move on. All right, let's play first. Let's declare our companion, Yurion, here. Hand looks good. We're going to go ahead and keep. Nothing wrong with a hand like this for sure. Let's go ahead and fetch. We'll go ahead and fetch a basic. No reason not to, in my opinion. We can go get another basic with our Prismatic Vista as well. We'll start with Bird of Paradise and pass turn. We'll have Kodal plus Noble next turn. Opponent begins with a Pendelhaven. So the Infected Wizard is in fact infect. All good. All good. All right. Let's play a Snow Covered. Let's play a Noble. Let's pass the turn. We'll Ice Fang. Then we'll Hunt Master. Get lots of creatures. Block, block, block. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Maybe win. Maybe win. Who knows? Extra Noble here. Followed by the Glistener Elf. Looks like that'll be it for them. We'll do an Ice Fang draw. Prismatic Vista. All right. Just drawing lands, it appears. Let's go get a Plains. Lucky for us, we can play Hunt Master. We can attack for a little bit of damage as well. I might just leave Ice Fang back as just the blocker. I don't see anything wrong with that. If they do in fact have a if they do in fact have a distortion strike, this could get a bit odd. We'll just pass. We have Noble up as well. They might want to be cautious, thinking that we have Path or something like that. Trying to get them good. We will be bringing in Path. We need to be able to interact with our opponents fairly quickly in this matchup. Blood Moon does a really good job here. Really just blockers. I think I have an Eidolon of Rhetoric. Could possibly bring that in. What you gonna do? Alright. If they cast nothing, Huntmaster flips and shoots Glistener. If nothing happens on their side, maybe they attack, we block with Ice Fang. We can also play Yurion to recycle Ice Fang here. They bring this into play tapped. Interesting. So they're not going to go too crazy here. I don't expect any attacks. Alright, no attacks from our opponent. Good for us. This is going to flip Huntmaster, by the way. So, Huntmaster flips. We shoot. We'll try to kill the Glistener Elf. They can just pump it with Pendelhaven to save it right now. Could have shot a Noble. That would have been funny. Realistically, they should probably just pump with Pendelhaven here. Save their spell. Nicely done. Alright, it looks like we are just going to simply play Yurion here. Not a whole lot happening. We're going to play Yurion here and not worry about trying to run in there with the Huntmaster of the Fells. We're going to do that, just flicker everything and pass it back. Ask our opponent to beat what we've got in play. One Distortion Strike probably away. I'm going to flicker that too, please. Whoosh, they all go away. Goodbye. Let's attack with the Wolf just to get some damage in. I'm about to get Huntmaster back, more wolves, draw cards, yada 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 yada. Not to mention we have Yurion here. I feel good. Just need to avoid that Distortion Strike. Everything ETB is back. Gain some life, which is pretty useless. Make a wolf, draw a card. There we go. There we go. Getting things done. Getting things done. Knight of Autumn. Okay. It's alright. Maybe we can get Huntmaster flip again and I'll nail Noble this next time. Please no Distortion Strike. No distortion. Don't do it to me, opponent. You don't want to. We are in turn 4 with Infect. Surely they have plenty of things to do here in terms of damage to us. Lucky for us, we'll have the Sky Nomad hitting in for a good chunk. 5 a turn with the Noble Hierarch in play. Would they like to go to combat? The answer is no. I think this time I'm going to go shoot a Noble Hierarch here. We've tested our opponent's knowledge of their Pendelhaven. No reason to do this again. Not to mention that this actually goes ahead and hits them for 2 as well, which is pretty nice. Ah, we've decided we want to protect our Noble Hierarch here. Vines our Noble Hierarch. Totally fine with me. Alright. Charming Prince can do a lot. Let's swing with Sky Nomad first. We could almost just kill them with Ravager but we're just going to do Sky Nomad for now. It's 5 damage in. Alright, how do we want to use Charming Prince here? I think I just want to flicker Ice Fang here. Just like play a land down. Let's just flicker Ice Fang. I don't want to get too greedy with this. The other thing is I could play 2 spells here and flip Ravager again, so that then on their turn, if they do nothing, we flip again, which is not too bad. I could scry 2 here, but I'm going to take the draw here just in case I get something like a Chord at end step. Do we want this to flip, or do I want to leave mana open? I think we can leave mana open. We'll have the Ravager. Ravager, some Wolves, Charming Prince coming in here, Windswept Heath. We'll take our draw. Knight of Autumn's not doing a whole lot. Flickering and then getting them at the following next end step just doesn't feel correct to do. Just take the draw. Oh, a bird. A bird! Alright, let's avoid Distortion Trike for 2 more turns. 2 more turns. Trying to remember if my Eidolon of Rhetoric is sideboard here. Sideboard cards. Alright, opponent moving to combat's a good sign for us. Decides to get in here with the Glistener Elf. I think this is pretty easy block with Ice Fang. Death Touch. Maybe I'm supposed to block with like a lot more things in case they have something that tramples over. Infect doesn't typically have a trampling card though. Alright. They were just checking us. Ephemerate's not a bad one either. Going in there. Okay, Magus of the Moon's definitely an in. Deputy of Detention is definitely an in. Paths are in as well. I could see an Eidolon of Rhetoric like slow them down a little bit. As a maybe. So 6 maybe +1 here. I think we can drop pretty much all the Avalanche Riders. We'll leave 1 in just in case. I believe Soul Herder might be too slow. Let's do an Eternal Witness out, 1 Ephemerate out. Huntmaster got us there. 1 Soul Herder. That's 6 for 6. Gosh, I don't know about this. So in our game that's got chewed up with the audio, Eidolon of Rhetoric we played, but it didn't do very well. I believe we can do better. Kiki combo's still in here. It might just be worth 1 Restoration Angel out here with the idea that I can get the Rhetoric. Like, I can get it just to, like, stave them off if I have nothing else going on. Like, if I top deck a Restoration Angel or I top deck an Eidolon, perhaps I'm wanting the Eidolon a little bit more. All right, declare. Whoosh. Speaking of. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and keep this. Nothing too crazy here. We'll see what their cards are. No turn 1 play, so they're going to have the big, the one, the only Blighted Agent, probably. Start with an Astrolabe, trying to find that sweet, sweet Path to Exile that I'm going to so desperately need. Extra snow-covered island here. We have the Breeding Pool as well. We'll probably play Breeding Pool and play Coiling Oracle, hoping to hit another Snowland and throw the snow-covered island into play. Opponent fetches a Breeding Pool. The next 2 cards, if we end up top decking Magus of the Moon, it would be pretty tasty. I expect a Blighted Agent here. Not many turn 1 don't do anything. Turn 2 play something. This will be a basic forest. Or should be. No reason to play another Breeding Pool. Basic forest. Good choice on forest too. It's nice. Blighted Agent is here. Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and Breeding Pool here. We'll go ahead and play a Coiling Oracle, see what the top of the library is. Would have been nice to have the Prismatic Vista there. Then we could play the Prismatic Vista. It would come into play and then the Astrolabe. But we'll just get whatever. Stomping Ground. We do not need to pay 2 life here. Oh, I could have filtered. My bad. I should have filtered. I could filter an Astrolabe, but I don't know. Gets me 1 deeper. That was a misplay. Should have paid the 2 life. Alright. Can you kill us, opponent? Turn 3. Scales up. Here they go. 6/4. Plus. Vines. 10. Alright. You got me, opponent. 10 on turn 3. Pretty good hand. Eidolon would have slowed that down for a turn. We would have top decked Eternal Witness, and I would have gotten down to a Noble. Nothing crazy going on there. Alright, let's send it back. Paths, Magus of the Moon. It's things we need to be considering here. We probably really need to be looking for those. I've played too many matches of this Infect versus Yurion not to be looking for probably some of those. Let's go ahead and grab Yurion from our companion sideboard there. Alright. We don't get the turn 2 Magus here, but we will get a turn 3. Astrolabe's going to help fix the mana as well. This is a little bit all in, but we'll see what the top deck of the library blesses us with. Restoration Angel. We've got the combo. We've got the combo. Can we find one more land here? Basic Forest. That's pretty good. As is the Glistener Elf. If I hit a basic land, I probably just path this immediately. And I do. Alright, let's path it so that they don't get anything that protects it down. It does give them an extra piece of mana here. But we are going to be ramping just ever so slightly. We can keep them off blue. Might be worth it. We have all the basics we're going to pretty much need at this point. We have the Astrolabe to fix, and with Birds of Paradise also to fix. Misty Rainforest, Breeding Pool could be showing up here. Maybe too late for Magus now. Don't play Blighted Agent, please. Blighted Agent. Are they just going to kill me next turn? I could shut him off a little bit of mana here. Probably need to hit my own, though, for Restoration Angel and Kiki Jiki. 1, 2, 3, 4. I needed to hit a land there. Maybe it's just safer to play Magus of the Moon and hope it stops them for a couple turns. I really probably should just draw here as well. Let's draw. Let's draw. This could be the end of us, though. Get a land. So I could Ice Fang here. Go ahead and pass the turn back. See if my opponent's got it all. Do they've got it all? Ice Fang wouldn't draw me into what I need here. We'll make it look like I've got maybe Path open. No reason not to. Maybe my opponent won't go all in here. They got 4 mana to them. Scale up again? Scale up again. Turn 3 after removal. Do they got it? Maybe I should have pathed the Blighted Agent. Distortion Strike. Well, if they had the Blighted Agent, or sorry, the other one, would have died. In for 7. I can't do anything about it. See if they want to pump one more time here. Mutagenics. We're at 9. I need a path off the top. Need a path off the top. We'll get a Stomping Ground here. Come on, path. I guess an Eternal Witness will sort of do it too. Draws. Island. A Coiling Oracle here. Well, we'll play the Coiling Oracle. Maybe I'll get a land. I need the path. Hit a land. I can play Magus down, but there's still distortion, or they just get in here. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. If I would have pathed the Blighted Agent over the Glistener Elf, we might be in better shape here. Oh well. That's a bummer. Maybe they won't attack me. If they don't attack me, we can Resto Kiki them. maybe they missed the attack. Just don't have enough early game interaction here. Just don't attack. Just don't do it. We have enough to play the Kiki next turn too. Combat step. And a swing. Alright, they got us. They got us. Needed that path. Needed to play that path a little bit differently. I say that. They had the distortion strikes twice. Maybe if we waited on the path. I get the sense that they have some sort of protection spell, though. Alright, 1-2, 1-2. As difficult as it may seem, that is a better start with this list. I'm getting better at each league game. It's just a matter of, can I put enough of them together to finally start winning over losing? I think we can. Yurion, if I were to evaluate Yurion here, Yurion has a lot going for it in terms of just the toolbox nature. However, we got shut down by Torp Orb game 2 and 3, right? Game 1 and 2? No, game 1 and 3. It was match 1. And then we got kind of blasted out a bit quicker here against an hyper-aggressive combo deck. Dying on turn 3 was one thing we did. Haven't seen any companions across the way from us. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It's a Bird of Paradise. It is a creature that cycles. Plenty of lands to get Yurion online. Hopefully no Thoughtseize. Got our Cord as well. Can help us tutor out whatever we need. Looks good, looks good. Let's do something with this. I really think I want like a pair of evolutions in this list. I just want to take an Ice Fang Codal and just turn it into an Avalanche Riders. Just seems nice. Alright, Sacred Foundry for our opponent. Goblin Guide off the top. Alright, another hyper-aggressive deck here. Burn. Avalanche Riders. Speaking of. Alright, well, we're going to lead with Bird of Paradise and just gotta hope. Gotta hope they don't kill the Bird of Paradise. We'll see what happens. We have plenty of life game in the deck. Court of Calling can go get a Knight of Autumn. We're going to start flickering that Knight of Autumn as well, if they don't kill it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Ice Fang Codal wouldn't be bad here as well as a removal. This might be a Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze it is. They have it. They always do. 3 damage plus the 2. Top deck of the library. Gets a Temple card. In order to get this Ice Fang down, I'm going to need blue mana. Alright. We'll fetch and shock. Don't like doing that. We'll get the Breeding Pool. But a blocker is better than nothing. Coiling Oracle here to either ramp us or place something into my hand. We're at 10. My opponent's at 17. 4 cards remain in my opponent's hand. Could be a Boros Charm, a Helix. That'd be a 7 damage. We do ramp ever so slightly here. We get a tap land here. So that's good. Something positive here. We could definitely play like Avalanche Riders next. Not sure I'm going to want to pay the Echo cost, but it would trade with Goblin Guide. We could test if they have another Searing Blaze in hand. Fingers crossed that they do not. That would be just awful. Just awful. What do you got? Just gonna attack me. 1, 2, 3. We could do for 2 here with the Chord of Calling. If I do for 2 here with the Chord of Calling, I could theoretically go get a Charming Prince, which might be better than the Avalanche Rider. Uh-oh. Maybe we won't get to block. If they don't play a land, Avalanche Rider is looking interesting too. I'm going to do a no block here, see what my opponent wants to do about that. Lava Spikes me. Follows this up with a Lava Spike. I'm down to 2. Looks like I'm going to main phase this Chord of Calling here. I can't sit at 2, I don't think. You know what? Let's play real gutsy here. We're at 2, they're at 16. I'm going to do nothing here and see if they want to cast something. If I can get the block and then maybe they do some sort of cast, I'll feel good. Real good about it. Let's just offer up the loss here. Oh, extra mountain. That's not good. Top of the library is a snow-covered island. We'll just block here. Wonder if I chord now. We'll try. We'll try. Chord for 2. Do you have the bolt? Is the question. They do. All right. They don't. They have Helix. They have Boros Charm. They've got something big. They've got nothing. Just the bluff. See if I concede. Well, opponent. Gain 3 life. They just wanted to see what I was going to go get. Are we going to do anything with that 2 mana you got floating there? We just going to hang on to it. Hang on to it for dear life. I want this mana. I love this mana. Red, white. Boros Charm. Oh, they just allow it to resolve. Oh, what a bluff. What a bluff. This person's on the next level. Golly, can I stop flooding out? Can I stop flooding out? That's weird. Play an Ice Fang here? Or do I like Avalanche Riders? You know what? I don't understand why that's doing that. Let's Ice Fang here with the idea that I could get like an Ephemerate. Flicker the Charming Prince. Ice Fang blocks nicely anyway. Coiling Oracle. Well, I guess I'll play the Coiling Oracle. We didn't find our Ephemerate. No reason not to have a couple extra blockers here. Chord of Calling. Looks good. I need to dodge a lot of spells here, I think. And if I can dodge a lot of spells, I can do the Ice Fang shenanigans block. Then I can chord. Chording for something beefy. My opponent floated mana and then just sat there. Pondered life and didn't get to cast anything post-combat. Will they do that again? I'm at 5. Eidolon. Oh my gosh, we're alive still. We are very much alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm blocking. I'm blocking Goblin Guide. Eternal Witness is not a bad one. I'm not planning to do anything with that. Alright, Goblin Guide's dead here. I think we Court of Calling main phase, right? I don't really want to cast that. We can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 3, 4. We can go get 4. We can go get Restoration Angel, Flicker Charming Prince. Doesn't seem terrible. Gain some more life. Put a Restoration Angel into play. Kind of like that. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just go get this Restoration Angel. Keep gaining life. We could do a Huntmaster of the Fells. That would gain me life too. I could do a Soul Herder here. I've tapped a little bit extra, but if I do a Soul Herder, what does that get me? They could just knock the Charming Prince off, but I don't think they want to be doing that. Maybe I just get Soul Herder. Flicker both these? Oh, let's go deep here. Let's do it. If they have Bolt, they should be sending it at my face, not at Soul Herder here. Flicker, Flicker. Or just one Flicker, that's right. We got Yurion to Flicker next. We'll Flicker Yurion next. Gain 3 life. Up we go. Up, 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 up. We have so many Flicker effects here, we're just getting our minds all flipped around here. Too many things to do. Too many things to do. I think if they come in here, I just chum block. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Borostrom in the game, can see. Question mark. You floated this before. There's Borostrom, number 1, takes 2. Oh, don't have it all. Don't have it all. Don't have it all. Don't do it to me. Might have to just block with Soul Herder. Take the Flicker of the Charming Prince plus Coiling Oracle. Alright, we're at 4. You have a second one? You have 2 Boros Charms. Just gonna ruin my day here. Bolt Lava Spike. Got 2 cards. What do you have? Helix? Searing Blaze? They should attack. I think they should attack. Yeah, get in there. I think I just block with Coiling Oracle. The draw is nice, but I don't need to trade this Eidolon. It's hurting them more, and I have Yurion here to do some sweet flickers. Alright, so let's just slam Yurion here. Let's get things a-going here. Now, I know that the Soul Herder and the Charming Prince could probably have attacked here. There's a Skull Crack. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good card. Alright, so we may be punted here without flickering these. I could just flicker the Charming Prince at this point. I don't need to gain life here. This would reset Yurion, though. Let's just flicker the Charming Prince. And I'm going to attack for 3. Puts them to 6. Let these all trigger here. Returns. I guess no point to gain life here. We'll just scry 2. And bottom both of these. And then we'll flicker Nomad. We'll do this. Say okay to this. I don't want to exile the Charming Prince here because I need 2 blockers on the off chance they get a Goblin Guide here. Well, do they have me? I probably played this again poor. They have 2 draws at it with the Sunbaked Canyons as well. Well, there's a land drop. I would think they'd just be slamming it in for damage if they had it. So we're going to cycle a Sunbaked. Oh, we're just going to cast it for 3. Skewers. Nice. Okay. They had the Skullcrack main. I don't know if that's a typical thing for burn. Would the Restoration Angel have been a little bit better? I don't know. Unclear. Not sure. Alright, Knight of Autumn here. Thragtusk comes in as well. Burnington Forge Tender seems decent. I don't mind an Eidolon of Rhetoric necessarily, though that's probably the last on my list. Out. Avalanche Riders really just... I don't mind a one of, but I think it's a pretty easy swap here. Kiki combo remains. All of these life gain pieces here. Ephemerates. I don't even think I want to be bringing in necessarily Paths. The Paths to Exile, I don't think... If my opponent just has a burn heavy hand, it's just going to do nothing. They're going to be bringing in extra skull cracks, more than likely. Let's hope we don't get hit by a Searing Blaze. That would be just awful again. Very awful. I think we can beat this burn opponent. We are down a game, but I think we can. What's up, opponent? What you got? What you got? What you got? We are getting better, though. I can tell we are getting better with practice. Practice does help quite a bit here. All right, let's play first. Being on the play is always good, too. Yurion declared. All right. Does this hand do a whole lot? No. We're going to actually ship this back. It's a little bit painful in the mana base. It has a bunch of Eternal Witnesses. Not what we want to be seeing here. All right. This one's a little less painful. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep. We're going to send Kiki-Jiki back. We don't need to be doing that. And we'll just go. Probably an Ice Fang here off Breeding Pool plus Snow-Covered Forest, taking the minimal amount of damage that we can. If they lead with a Goblin Guide, I might go ahead and search with the Misty Rainforest first, just to get past another land on the top of the library. Sacred Foundry for our opponent after an Arid Mesa cracked on turn 1. Playing down a Goblin Guide. We'll go ahead and fetch right now. No need to stick something at the top of our library that we don't want. Obviously this can reveal, but I'm hoping if it is a land, it'll just put it right in our hand. There you go. Just like that. Easy, easy peasy. Alright. Well, this hand's starting to shape up just like the other one. We're going to go ahead and play a Wall of Blossoms here. The Wall of Blossoms is a reasonable blocker here and doesn't die exactly to Searing Blaze immediately. We'll draw our card and pass the turn. Gonna need some sort of life gain here at some point. We've got some pretty painful lands here. We can probably put another one in tapped. Astrolabe's an interesting one. Astrolabe and Ice Fang Kotal. Block and kill Goblin Guide. Possibilities. Possibilities. There's our land drop for our opponent. Fetching as well. Don't be an Eidolon. Don't be an Eidolon. Well, it's an easy block with Goblin Guide. Alright, so we hit Vista. Let's go ahead and play the Soul Herder. It pains us just ever so slightly, but actually not too bad, considering where we're at. We'll yield the Eidolon. We're going to flicker the Wall of Blossoms, draw cards. Make Soul Herder much large, much block. We're 2 turns away from Yurion being played, which would be kind of nice. We'll yield to Soul Herder, and we'll draw our card, yielding to Wall of Blossoms. Alright, bonus Wall of Blossoms here. Extra blocker. It's not bad. Soul Herder is the 2-2. It could be worth trading with an Eidolon here. Being able to play Astrolabe and Ice Fang Kotal wouldn't be a bad thing to draw some more cards. The deck is clearly an engine of needing to draw cards, and so when you see these Eidolons, it's just Just awful. Okay, Path to Exile. I'll take that. It slows down our little bit of our engine, but what's really nice here is... Let's go ahead and grab... Let's grab a island here. What's super nice for us is that it does ramp us towards Yurion. So Yurion can flicker Wall of Blossoms. Also can block one of these. In for 2. Restoration Angel. Oh, that's a card. That's a card. Go ahead and block one of these. Could see a Searing Blaze here, just take care of the Wall of Blossoms. No such things, though. Let's take just a point of damage here. At this point, I could get a snow-covered mountain. Wouldn't hurt us too much in terms of mana. We'll get Yurion down. This is a 4/5. Flickers Wall of Blossoms for us as well, and Restoration Angel can come in next time. We can also do things with our Hallowed Fountain Temple Garden where we go ahead and just place them into play tapped and not take any damage. We'll have 6 through the turn, pass to our opponent. Wall of Blossoms returns, gets us a Prismatic Vista. We are literally taking the least amount of damage we can on our fetch lands, and that's huge. That's huge, because the deck can take quite a bit overall. You have so many fetches and shocks, it can become unwieldy. Any attacks here? They do. Interesting. Top of the library doesn't even have us taking damage. Let's just block here. I'm cool with trading with this Eidolon. Even if it means we lose Yurion here. We won't lose the Wall of Blossoms, we take 0 damage. That's also 3 damage not to our face if it goes for Yurion here. Lightning bolts Yurion. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Don't have a follow-up Eidolon, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, let's start with a Astrolabe. Cheapest thing for us to cast here. Let's cast Astrolabe number 2. That draw engine we were talking about. Draw. Let's play a land. Let's go ahead and put in a Wall of Blossoms. And we'll have Ice Fang here. Draw. Goodness gracious. Alright, well, if I top deck a Kiki Jiki, I wouldn't probably want it anyway here because of the Restoration Angel. Alright, we're taking 4 to the face. 4 to the face. 7 to go. Can I get a cord? Can I get anything? Let's ditch some of these lands that hurt us. Alright, 7 tap land here. Let's go ahead and put the Ice Fang in. It does risk a Searing Blaze a little bit. It's a Huntmaster. Okay. We play Huntmaster out. I can't quite flicker it right after. Could look for an Ephemerate with this Wall of Blossoms. Let's do that. We don't have to worry about how we tap for the most part here. Let's just throw a Huntmaster to the wild. Try to gain a little bit of life here. 2 life. Maybe they'll Skull Crack me here. This is it. They've got the Skull Crack right here. No Skull Crack. Excellent. Excellent. I think I can wildly attack with 1 in the air. Down to 12 goes our opponent. Alright, Restoration Angel's looking really good here. This is the only truly castable card I have. Nice big cord. Go get the big Thrag Tusk would be probably game ending. I do wonder what my opponent's got here. They don't seem to be doing a whole lot. Well, this flips. I'm going to get to shoot a Goblin Guide here. This feels exceptionally good. What are you doing over there? Trying to save that Skull Crack to the absolute last possible chance. Gonna go ahead and shoot them. Shoot Goblin Guide here. We have 1/5/7 Gonna take them down to 3. And I will be sitting at a healthy 9. We have so many wall blossoms. We have the wall, the impenetrable wall. All right, we'll hit for 7. Put them to 3. And we'll just pass the turn. This is a Boros Charm. Boros Charm takes me to 5. And just pass the turn back to my opponent. All right, now they've gone in a little bit further than they probably should have. In response to Skullcrack, we're going to flicker Restoration Angels, Huntmaster the Fells, just to gain a little bit more life here. That is about as good as I can do. This also means that enough spells, I think, have been cast, so this should flip Huntmaster if I'm thinking correctly. Although, is this on my turn? I believe it's on mine. We're at 4, so they need 2 spells here. 2 spells. Land drop. Sunbaked Canyon cycled? Go for it, opponent. I have so much mana. It's unbelievable. 3 mana. Skewers me. 1 card left. Is it the bolt they need? Oh, it's the bolt they need. Oh, it's the Helix. It's the Skull Crack. They're at 1. It's a close game. Wonder if I could have gotten 1 more damage in. Oh, the top card's an Ephemerate. If I would have flickered Codal, I could have Ephemerated. That just doesn't do enough. Ah, no. No. Burn taking us down. Burn taking us down. Can we salvage this league, please? I feel like we can. Oh, that burn matchup. That was close. That was close. They had just enough mana to do the Skewer and the Skull Crack there. Opting to do Skewer first, then Skull Crack, trying to get around if I were to flicker something in and play and gain a little bit more life. Oh, so close. So close. Just not close enough. Alright, match number 4 here. Playing some Yurion Sky Nomad here in Modern. Trying to get things going here with the Nomad. Maybe Soul Herder decks are just not my jam. Maybe that's just not where I should be. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's go ahead and play first. Declare Yurion. I think this is like kind of biting us. Opponent did not declare anything. We have a Coiling Oracle and an Ice Fang here. No ramp. Alright, let's give it a shot. No ramp here. Let's go ahead and play the Breeding Pool tap, Coiling Oracle. See, that ramps us out. Maybe we can get this Avalanche Riders going for us. Let's avoid an aggressive deck. Let's play mid-range versus mid-range. Let's go, opponent. Mid-range versus mid-range. Polluted Delta. That doesn't feel mid-rangey. Fetch, Shock, Watery Grave, Thoughtseize. Oh, it's Hedron Crab. Oh, okay. We can do something about this. We can do something about this. Let's get a Stomping Ground. Well, we think. We're assuming they're mill. Coiling Oracle here. We hit a Chord of Calling. Needing lands. Got 2 more draws at it. 2 more draws. Oh boy. Oh boy. Double Crab. Hit me up with that fetch land. Hit me, not you, please. Oh no, they hit themselves. Oh no. Oh no. What do we got going to the bin here? Oh, they shock it in. No fear. None. Mill 12. Creeping Chill. Down to 14. Narcomoeba. Creeping Chill. Down to 11. Narcomoeba comes into play. Oh gosh, are we just going to die to Creeping Chills? Carrion Feeders are in the bin. Stitchers. Merfolk. Glimpse the Unthinkable. Alright, they didn't hit anything Ridiculously scary. Venture. The venture side of Merfolk's Secret Keeper. Hitting lands and glimpse the unthinkable. Let's try to hit that land. Ice Fang Codal. Land drop, please. There we go. Tap it in. Alright, we're guaranteed to hit this land because of Eternal Witness. We can do the Windswept Teeth. No reason to attack in. Those are O2 crabs. Can we avoid something nasty showing up for probably like 2 more turns? Come on. We can also cord for 2 right now. Venture deeper. There's a Prized Amalgam as the first creature they've hit. They could play one of these Secret Keepers if they'd like. Gravecrawler played. Alright, we've avoided. Narcomoeba comes in here. 1, 2, 3. I almost don't want to block. Let's just go to 10. I'm not seeing anything too scary yet. Land drop? Oh, it's Kiki Jiki. Okay, so are we gonna just cord? Or are we gonna Eternal Witness here? Can I live for 2 more turns somehow? Let's go ahead and Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness can be a blocker here as well. We'll get this Windswept Teeth picked up. Play the Windswept Teeth out. We have 1, 2, 3, and 1. We could cord for 1 as well. Kind of want to Dryad Arbor randomly in this deck so I can cord for 3. They're hitting me for 3. There's something on 3 that I'd want to hit. And I could hit an... I guess I can just go get Soul Herder, but I don't have any life gain that I'm getting. Let's go ahead and cord for 1 here. We'll just pick up a Noble, and we'll chump block with a Noble here. I know it seems a bit odd, but we're going to save 2 life there. Now I can maybe Restoration Angel, flicker something, like Windswept Teeth. Plan to go get that shock land. Because we need 1 more for the Kiki-Jiki here. I just realized I don't have... I don't have red mana. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can cord. I can't cord for Restoration Angel. I don't have another one. I have just realized a lot of problems with this Noble Hierarch should have been in play now. All right, on the off chance here, let's go ahead and take them down 1 land here. This doesn't look good. It's not looking good, but I'm going to go ahead and jump block with the Avalanche Riders. They're going to hit me for 2 in the air. I need a land. All right, swings for 2 in the air. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Flicker, Sky, this, kill. Get to play this in a turn. Let's block, and then let's go ahead and cord again. Cord for 2. I could flicker Ice Fang, or I can get Charming Prince, or really what I should just get is Bird of Paradise here. Let's take a Bird of Paradise. We'll trade here. Feel pretty safe with that. They have one card here. What I'm going to do here then is at this point, let's go ahead and flicker with Restoration Angel, the Avalanche Rider. It gets a little bit weird because I can't quite get the red or the white mana that I currently need, but a flickering of the Avalanche Rider takes them off of the Watery Grave, and then we have an extra blocker in the air. I draw for the turn a Bird of Paradise. I play the Bird of Paradise. I'd be able to Kiki Jiki or Restoration Angel the next turn, following Avalanche Riders and so on and so forth. All right. We got something. All right, we have Yixlid. Yixlid Jailer. That is about all we've got here. About all we have. Eidolon Rhetoric would stop a double play here. Loaming Shamans aren't too bad. Magus, Deputy, Thragtusk, maybe even Knight of Autumn. Paths would get rid of stuff, but I don't think I care about stuff being into play. I think I need to just make sure they don't hit. So Yixlid's probably pretty good here. Acidic Slime doesn't feel very good. I think I want the combo still. I don't believe Venser's actually good here. Pair of Avalanche Riders, maybe even 3 down. That's 5. We do want to gain some life, so Charming Prince and Knight of Autumn is not too bad. We can go down... Court of Calling's got us out of that. Let's go down... Ice Fang's blocking the air. Maybe I'm just supposed to trim all the Avalanche Riders because I could get Yixlid. Seems dangerous. Huntmaster seems maybe too slow. Let's trim in a Huntmaster. That's 6 in for these. Loaming Shaman's pretty cool because when it enters, target player shuffles any number of cards from their library into their library. I presume this is what this is for. The wording on this is a bit strange. Single Knight of Autumn, I think... Let's drop 1 Eternal Witness for an extra Knight of Autumn just to gain that life. And I do want this Thragtusk. I want it, but I think Eidolon and Yixlid plus our Loaming Shaman should be enough. I presume I select cards for the Loaming Shaman. We'll find out together. Together we will go far here. Well, okay. I don't have green, but we're going to keep. Going to keep and hope. Keep and hope. If we can hit green, the game's going to open up for us. If we miss green, we're going to do absolutely nothing. Opponent fetches with their Polluted Delta here on turn 1. Watery Grave shocking in. And gets a grab. Venture. Double Vengevine here and a Gravecrawler. That's really bad for us. That's really bad. Alright. Well, we have the Eidolon of Rhetoric as well, which would be excellent, except that they might be able to cast 2 creatures here. Crab plus Gravecrawler hit us for 8. There's Crab. Don't have the second land. Oh, no. Crab goes over. Please not another Vengevine. Okay, Glimpse. Gravecrawler here. They don't cast the Gravecrawler. Why didn't they? Whenever you cast a spell, if it's a second creature spell, why didn't they do that? They're nuts. They're insane. Ludicrous. Man, if I can get this Eidolon of Rhetoric down, oh, I'm gonna bash my opponents. Marsh Flats. What are you wanting, opponent? You had the double spell last turn with the Gravecrawler. What more could you ask for? Fetching, tapping. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna live? Oh no, another Gravecrawler. We got F6. I don't know what they're doing. I'm confused. I'm gonna play the Eidolon of Rhetoric and pass turn. I am so confused why they didn't play 2 Gravecrawlers. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something? Please, in the comments and chat, please. Let us know. Nature's Claims my Eidolon. Okay. Now they're gonna play 2 creatures. Hedron Crab, floating 2 mana, goes after themselves. Stitcher, Prized Amalgam. Narcomoeba. Secret Keeper. So now they've decided it is time. They've decided it is time. I wonder if we can beat 2 Vengevines here. It's 8 damage. 3-turn clock. You can play Wall of Blossoms. A couple prized amalgams too. I'm sensing no. I guess I need my green mana. Let's just see what the next card is. I don't think I'm going to play anything else. It was a breeding pool. I can play 2 nobles down. What does that buy me? I shock in, play 2 nobles. I have to take 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm at 2 then. I would then have all of this in play, so I'd have 6 mana. I don't think it's worth it. Alright, let's keep some information hidden. I'm a little surprised why I didn't go for double Gravecrawler there and just wreck us. Any changes? I'm gonna go with a no. I don't have Thragtusk in. I'm gonna go with no. Maybe I can ramp out better there. A little behind the curve. Alright, would I like to play first? Absolutely. Declare. Sure. Keep. Alright. We got something a brewing here. We'll do a Prismatic Vista Bird of Paradise. Maybe we can get Yixlid. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Who knows? Might be our chance. Yixlid's a 3-drop. We could also just probably Blood Moon them out of this game. That would be hilarious. Watery Grave, I'm going to put in a Venture Soul. Secret Keeper. Venture Deeper. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Coiling Oracle here. On the off chance I get a Noble or a land here. Get a Wall of Blossoms. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look like I'm going to get to tackle their graveyard just yet here. Stitcher's Supply. I presume they have another land here. They do. Shock it in, play the Gravecrawler this time. They did it this time. Why didn't they do it last time? Alright, we've got to beat a couple Vengevines here. We can probably do that. Maybe. Gonna do no blocks. Ooh. That's a really good one off the top. Like, really good. Let's go get that white mana. Do I need it tapped in here? Maybe I go get, like, Temple Garden tapped. And just play the white off of here. And Deputy getting these Vengevines back. Goodbye. Get out of here. Not to mention Deputy can block Gravecrawler or Stitcher here. Cool. Nice. Good top deck. Alright, Yixie. I'm coming for you, Yixie. Head or Magus. Magus just seems like it could be really brutal here. Venture. Narcomoeba. Flying in from the sky. I think Magus shuts them down more than a Yixid would. Gravecrawler from the yard. Especially if I just, like, block the Stitcher here. So let's see here. If I were to chord here, I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This would be 3. So I could block with both of these. Let's block with both and go get, like, Magus or Yix. Magus just might be smarter here. Oh, Marsh Flats, they're going to get one more back. Let's see if they get a basic swamp here. If they don't get a basic swamp, I'm going to go get that Magus. Alright, Gravecrawler to beat. Knight of Autumn's a really good card here, too. Alright, I'm committed. I'm committed. We're going 3, 4. I'm going to take damage if I do this, too. I just said I was committed to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I take 5. I follow it up with a Knight of Autumn. We're doing it. We're all the way here. We're all the way. Magus. We're doing it off Magus. We're going to make it real hard for ourselves. Alright, go ahead, opponent. You can't cast anything, probably. Fingers crossed they don't have a basic in hand. Hit me for 5. I'm going to 3. My body's ready. 3 damage here. Oh, only 4. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Definitely got to do a Knight of Autumn here. Bird. Gonna hit up this Knight of Autumn. Gain some life. And then we'll play Yurion here. Gain 4. Pass the turn. This should be enough. This should probably be enough. There we go. Woo, we got there. Yurion was coming down next turn. Gonna flicker, flicker, flicker. With the Soul Herder. Oh, Shaman as well. Got there. Woo. Alright, we're turning it around. Let's redeem this league. Let's go for the 2-3. It's a little low on the hype trains. Wanna be soaring high, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take a 2-3 if we can get it. Final match here. Playing Yurion Sky Nomad in Modern. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Alright, lost the dice roll. We're gonna declare. We haven't run into any other companions. It's a bit of a shame. No lands here. I'm not gonna do that. Mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this. I can probably ditch a land here. We'll ditch a land. We'll see how much it bites us. Searching up those basics, taking the minimum amount of damage if we can. Alright, opponent. Show us what you got. Goes to main phase 2 in order to play their land. Ooh. Okay, they gain a life. A little tap land here. Alright. Sounds good. Not familiar with this land too much. It's okay though. Tap land, gain a life. I'm all about it. Windswept Teeth here down. We're going to go ahead and avoid a Blood Moon wrecking us here. Noble Hierarch into play and pass the turn back to our opponent. One thing that's interesting is my opponent had a little bit more than 60 cards, but not enough for Yurion. If you're going to go up a few cards, go the full value. Bonus other tap land that gains life. We're F6 through the turn here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and just play a Coiling Oracle here. We'll do this off 2 basics still. Coiling Oracle, if I hit anything, I can play like Coiling Oracle or Ice Fang. If I don't, swing him for some damage. If they decide to shoot this, I'm going to go ahead and float the mana. I'll float blue over green. Coiling Oracle comes into play. Let's ramp. Let's ramp. Maybe, maybe not. We hit an Astrolabe. Ironically, I can't play that, so we'll just attack for 1. That's a bummer. It is only turn 2, though. If I would have floated off the Noble Hierarch, I wouldn't be getting in, but I'd be able to cycle 1 more time. Not a big deal. And for 1 damage. Shouldn't matter, my opponent's gained 2. Alright, so what do we got on turn 3 here? We have a couple tap lands. We're clearly some sort of mid-range deck. I'm not trying to be too aggressive. Multicolored as well. 3. We have a Vampire Nighthawk. I think we've hit a little bit of an interesting one here in terms of power level. Vampire Nighthawk, though, does some interesting stuff against us, so not going to dispute its value. Astrolabe here, we're going to try to draw into another land here. We got 2 more shots at it with a Coiling Oracle and Ice Fang. Looks like we're going to just have to go deep here and try to get it. Coiling Oracle trying to get that land. And we'll just simply pass turn. Come on, land drop. Well, we hit a Chord of Calling. Maybe we just chord them out here. I don't know. All right, Vampire Nighthawk, person untaps. What's the red for? We're gonna get just Emrakul, aren't we? Vampire Nighthawk into Through the Breach, slam Emrakul. Annihilator 6. Show me the money, opponent. Show me the money. You got this. Kalitas? It's Vampire. Sorin? Vampire. Curse of the Stalk Prey. Enchant player. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to enchanted player, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Are they going to do 2 of these? Uh-oh. Okay, they have a Skulk. Ooh, okay. We got something going on here. Hits for 2, gains 2 life, goes up, curse goes through. 3/4 Vampire Nighthawk coming up right here, right now. All right, we can chord for 2 at the moment. I don't want to be chording for 2, though. I want to be chording for 5. Looks like we're going to have to Eternal Witness get a land if we miss the land drop here. We don't. We don't miss the land drop, so that's good. We could theoretically double Ice Fang here, and I think that's what I want to do. We're going to double Ice Fang so I can block the Flying Death Touch Vampire Nighthawk. Pass the turn to our opponent. Let's go. Extra land here. Seems good. Seems pretty good. 1, 2, 3. All right. We have got some first striking now, so our Ice Fang doesn't actually hurt it as much as we wanted it to. It might be time to just Restoration Angel then and try to chord them out. I was going to do some Ice Fang shenanigans, but we maybe have to just flicker. Can block here, and then we'll Resto the Coiling Oracle here, saving it. They have 2 mana open. They could definitely take out our Kiki Jiki, though. One of them being red and Lightning Bolt is a thing. Go ahead and flicker our Coiling Oracle. 4 damage is assigned. Yes, please. We'll see if a land shows up here or if we're just going to draw a card. We do get a land. We will put that into play tapped. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. We can Kiki Jiki. We can go for it. I think we do. I think we do. So let's go ahead and chord. For 5. Go get the Keek Majik. Where is he? There he be. Combo? Question marks? This is going to be bad if they have like a Terminate. Here we go. Did it work? Of course I want to use this ability. Yeah. Combos. Always yes to trigger from Restoration Angel. Always. See if I can speed this up. Flicker Kiki. I have to do this on the, let's do it on the non-token here. So save on the Kikijiki here, and this is going to be an always yes. Yes. This should work now. This is where the trigger resolves here. It didn't quite work. All right, how many do we have to do here? We have to do enough to kill them all. I need a lot of these. Need a lot of them. 3, 15, 3, 6, 9, 12. Need more. Need more. Guess we're gonna go full combo here. We're just going to do enough to make sure I've got enough here. On the off chance they're able to kill 2 of them somehow. Because they are tokens after all. Alright, this should be enough. We'll do this last one and then we'll swing for damage. Swing for damage. Should be enough. I didn't mean to swing with Kikijiki. That's alright. No fog effect, please. Alright. No fog effect, please. Damage resolves. There we go. Combo. Kiki. Got it. Got a bit of a mid-range match here. Looking good for us. Right. -15. Thragtusk feels good here. I could see a Deputy being alright, just as a removal spell. Maybe a few paths, like all of them. Let's get rid of most of the Avalanche Riders here. Let's go ahead and get rid of... Honestly, Venser's probably okay here. Let's get rid of an Acidic Slime. I don't feel like that's going to be very useful. One wall, one ephemerate. Go for the throat. Let's go. Let's kill this vampire opponent. One last one here. Finishing up. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. See if we can't steal out another W here. Stealing out another W would be most excellent. All right. Here we go. We'll declare Yurion as always. Ramp gets a Huntmaster of the Fells. It's a little weak. We'll try it though. Little weak. My opponent's got these whole tap land things, so they're not playing very fast either. Not playing too fast, I don't think. Play Bird of Paradise, pass turn. Then we can Astrolabe, draw a card, probably play Windswept Teeth, get a Stomping Ground, get this Huntmaster rolling for us. Good stuff. Okay. Basic mountain for our opponent on 2 lands here. Vampire Nighthawk doesn't happen there, but they could enchant themselves again. I have the lifelink, sacrifice a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, each vampire. Indulgent Aristocrats. We've got this like is Aristocrats kind of shenanigans going here. I like it. I like it. All right, Astrolabe, draw a card. We can then Wall of Blossoms as well, just to make a defender. Draw another card. Draw a million cards here. 1 million. Ooh. It's actually not a bad one either. Let's go ahead and continue to ramp here. I could be playing in the Wall of Blossoms, but this will actually possibly ramp me another one here. I draw a Path to Exile. Looks like Windswept Teeth is going to get a Sacred Foundry instead. All right. Path is good to have here. I don't see many protection spells from our opponent. Huntmaster of the Fells will be showing up here as well. Looking pretty good. Not too bad. 2 mana. Curses themselves. I'll definitely chump block here. Trading. Yeah. We'll block. Easy block. Easy block. Actually like that because then the Wall of Blossoms wouldn't have traded there. Let's just go au natural with Huntmaster of the Fells. Cast it off of pure basics here. For those Blood Moon players out there, which is many of you, isn't this disgusting? Isn't that disgusting? All right, Huntmaster comes in. We're going to gain 2 life here. Make a wolf. Opponents. I think our opponent's new, so welcome, opponent. I hope you're enjoying MTGO. Don't know if you are just joining because you found Magic, wanted to play something different than MTGA, the arenas, or maybe just perhaps stuck home for a little bit. Whichever it may be, welcome, opponent. By the way, vampires are pretty sweet. There's some sweet vampire decks out there. Hopefully they'll get something going in their future. Not saying we're going to win this. Nope. They could blast me. I'm still waiting for that Emrakul. Out of nowhere. Through the breach, Emrakul smash my face. Alright, my opponent doesn't do anything. This will flip Huntmaster of the Fells. I might just play Yurion here. Why not? Just do it off basics. We can attack for some damage here and then get some flips happening. In for 6. Puts our opponent to 14. Wonder what they've got. I wonder what they've got. Yurion coming in here. We'll flicker, I guess, Bird and the Huntmaster. Gives me 2 blockers. And this way, if they fail to play anything next turn as well, the Ravager, or rather Huntmaster, would flip again, pinging them for another 2. All right, go ahead, opponent. What do you got? What do you got? What do you have on 4? You got to be saving up for something on 4, right? That's why you kept the Cursed Hand and the Indulgence Aristocrat. Nothing on 3 is a little bit surprising. I would have expected Vampire Nighthawk. It's a pretty sweet, solid card. All right, so if they don't play anything, this will flip. This will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Put them to 2. Seems legit. Seems legit. What do you have? Opponent's taking their time here on turn number 5. You can see where like we accelerated a Huntmaster, but now we have Yurion in play and we're just getting that like super extra value. If we had like a couple Coiling Oracles or something else, when we play Yurion on turn 5 or even turn 4 with the Bird of Paradise, we would easily have 2-3 draws there, which is really good. All right, we have Stormcork Captain. All right, well, let's go ahead. I wonder if I'm supposed to path this. Maybe I'm not. Let's just attack with 2 wolves and the Sky Nomad here, leaving Huntmaster back. We'll play our land for the turn, which will be a tap breeding pool, and we'll just pass. By attacking with both wolves, we get in for 6 damage here. We're going to flip Huntmaster, and then we can pass something. Flipping will allow us to kill the Stromkirk as well, which is really nice. And if they cast something, we can cast something. That'll flip Ravager as well. Second main phase for our opponent. Not to mention we have Yurion plus Wolf. That does 6. Yurion and Ravager is 8. Many ways to finish off this game. Three mana, maybe a fourth mana at most. Maybe they have a Damnation. Anger of the Gods doesn't hurt us too badly here. Mark of Mutiny. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. Untap. So let's just go ahead and nail our own creature here. I'll take the Bath Exile. Look at a basic planes here. We do have 6 damage here with the Wolf and the Yurion. So they're a bit of a control deck. Try to power out some big threats with noble counters. Stormkirk. Not bad. I like the list. It's pretty sweet. But we do take it down. Mid-range. A good example where we could probably just outvalue a mid-range. Now this was maybe a little bit more of a tribal mid-range, but I still firmly believe we could easily take down some pretty cool mid-ranges. Hey, 2-3 though, not too bad. Getting ourselves warmed up with the companion Yurion Sky Nomad. What do we like? I like the fact that it's toolbox. I think the toolbox gives you a lot of room to really flex into some stuff. There's clearly some sort of avalanche riders and just flicker avalanche riders thing going on here to just board wipe them Armageddon style with all their lands. I really like that aspect of the deck. I like that it's got the Restoration Kiki combo. I wouldn't mind to see maybe another combo kind of tucked away here, and or a few more utility creatures. It seems like what we're trying to do is get just a bunch of cantripping cards, the Charming Princes, the Coiling Oracles, the Ice Fangs, the Wall. You're just trying to use those to churn through the 20 extra cards that you have. A Singleton Dryad feels like it would really be good, turning in a Court of Calling just into ramp, but it might have been just our luck with the land drops. 29 lands into 80, plus the birds, plus the Noble Hierarchs. You're definitely going to hit your land drops. Not too much of a problem, but it's a bit different playing with 80 cards. Not saying that we really are feeling the cards or shuffling them or anything like that, but more so that your chances of drawing certain things in the games being repetitive is a little bit lower. You're not going to see the same 7 as frequently. You're not going to see the same style of game play out. And so you're going to need that practice. If you can get that practice under your belt, you probably know, hey, this 7's just not going to get there. It doesn't matter what. Versus this 7, yes, I can start the cantrip engines. I can start getting to where I can draw through some of those extra cards that I've got in my deck and find what it is. Maybe it's like a Cord, an Ice Fang, a ramp creature, an Astrolabe, and 2 lands is a great 6 to 7 cards. Maybe not. Maybe 3 lands, a Noble, a Astrolabe, and 1 Ice Fang so that you can find your Soul Hoarder. Whatever it may be, this is Yurion Sky Nomad here in Modern, doing some pretty sweet things against our opponents, and I think I really do enjoy the list. Very toolbox, very customizable. I think there's probably a core to the deck that needs to be held, but after that core of the deck, just have at it. That's going to do it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know there's no camera. I apologize. We'll try to get that set up. When I've been recording, it's just been a bit of a mess with having the audio be all choppy. So there you go. We got one for you here. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Take care and have a good one.